welcome back to this week's video. I'm super excited this week because this week is my first YouTube collab. So this video is going to be about our homeschool preschool approach. Today I'm going to be doing a collab with two homeschool mamas. So the first mama is Lourdes from this side of the nut house. She has a beautiful family of 4 littles, and she does homeschool videos as well as some vlogs. And the second mom is Amy from Crazy Carney's Family Vlogs. She's a mom from the UK with 3 little girls. They are just precious. She does family vlogs as well as some homeschool videos. So without further ado, let's get started. So as I stated earlier, today's video is going to be about our homeschool approach. And I'm also going to be giving you a quick walkthrough of our daily basket. So in my first homeschool update, I told y'all that story about how I started the school at home thing, you know, where I thought I was going to be a sit down, listen to me type homeschool mom and it was going to all work out, and it didn't. So we wheeled it back and we found something that actually does work for our family, and my son loves it, and I'm super excited to share that with you. So our new approach is learning through directed play. So what does learning through directed play mean? Well, of course we do playing all day. We're learning through play all day as I point things out. But sometimes that laid-back approach doesn't work for me because I forget to mention things and we end up learning nothing. So what I've done is find some cute activities that my son loves, and I make a lot of games out of them. It's easier if I show you. So that's why I wanted to give you a walkthrough of our daily basket. But before I do that, I just wanted to kind of tell you how I come up with the things that we put in our basket. So we are doing kind of letter of the week program, but we aren't doing it in alphabetical order. We're actually going to first go over all the letters in his name in the order that they appear in his name. So last week we went over the letter B, and what's in our basket right now is what we went over on Monday. So what I do is type in letter B activities in Pinterest, and usually they tend to be around the same thing. For the letter B, I saw a lot of bears, bees, things like that. And then I tried to pick the words that kind of go together in a theme, and I make a theme around that. So I'll kind of show you based off of what is in my basket today. So the first thing we go over is our weather chart, and it also has days of the week on it. So this is actually a free printable that I got on creativelittleparties.com. If you can see that, it's really cute. Everything is velcroed on. So yeah, and then he can move it over here on the Today Is section. So we sing a Days of the Week song. It goes to the tune of the Addams Family. Just type in Days of the Week Addams Family tune, because I'm not singing it up here. I don't want to embarrass myself that much. So right now it's got Sunday on here because I'm prepping it for tomorrow. But what I will do is say, yesterday was Sunday, today is. And so if he's not sure what comes next, then we do the Days of the Week song, and I'll end on the current day. And he usually then can tell me what goes here. Then we will sing our What's the Weather song, and we will run up to the window and look out, and he will tell what the weather is. Next, we will read our weekly Bible story. So last week we did Days of Creation, and I get these cute little booklets off of ChristianPreschoolPrintables.com. Again, this was free. And it also comes with a bunch of other little activities that we'll be doing in the weeks to come, so look out for that. For the first couple of days, I'll read the story to him. This is what this one looks like. It's really cute and simple. But I do like that these little pictures that they have are the same pictures used throughout the activities. So we didn't do those activities last week, but we will be doing them this week. So keep a lookout next week for our What We Did Last Week video, and you'll see those little goodies. So next, we go over his name. So this printable is also free, and I got it from Fun Learning for Kids. I'll also link it down below. So we have a song that we sing for his name to help him learn how to spell it. It is to the tune of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, the old school, like B-R-A-N-D-O-N, that spells Brandon. K-A-R-E-E-N, that spells Corinne. And so we do that. We'll point at the letter as we're singing it. So right here's the Build It section, and we have little bottle caps that I've put stickers on, that each bottle cap has a letter, and he'll line them up under the name. And then lastly, it has a Trace It section for children to trace their name. We have not started on tracing yet. We are just focusing on pre-writing right now, but around the time he turns 4, which will be in November, I'm sure we'll start using this Trace It section. So then the next thing we do after we spell his name is we take out our letter animals, and this week we did bees. We have a bumblebee and a butterfly. These were actually from funwithmama.com. So these were actually meant to be a craft that you were supposed to cut out and have your child glue onto construction paper. While I do think that is a good idea for people who like that kind of craft, and be forewarned, I'm not judging when I say this is just my opinion for my family. Do what works for you, boo. Do you, boo, okay? But with that being said, I do not like crafts that are mostly me cutting and all they do is paste. I prefer crafts that use their creativity, but these were adorable and I needed them. So what I did is I printed them, laminated them, and then I have Velcro dots on each of the parts. So he has just the letter B. He can put the wings on, and then here the wings come off, as well as the antennas. So it's just like this. He likes to mismatch them and put the bumblebee parts on the butterfly and vice versa, and he thinks it's so funny. Actually, on her website, she has all the letters, so I think each week we will add a letter to the set and he'll have more to play with. So this week our morning book was Bunny's Noisy Book, and I love this book because obviously we were talking about bees and butterflies and such, and so I thought this was a cute book because it has a lot of those little critters in here. It's around the spring theme, and there are tons of bee words. So obviously on the first page you've got bunny and book. So even in this picture you can see bunnies, butterflies. And so this book has so many cute illustrations, and it's by Margaret Wise Brown, who also wrote Goodnight Moon. So the next thing that we did was our pre-writing sheet. And so this is actually one of the sheets I took out of our big preschool book, which I talked about in my curriculum haul. So my son loves the pre-writing pages, and what I did was just, after a while I realized he was hooked on them, I erased all his pencil marking and laminated them, and so they're very reusable. So I believe we have about 10 to 15 double-sided pages. And so this is the sheet that we did on Monday. It still hasn't been erased, but you can see where he was able to go through and trace. And so the great thing about that is I can erase it, and after he's forgotten about it, pull it back out, and it's a cute little activity. He even likes to just do them sometimes outside of learning time, so that's great. So the next activity I have is this cute alphabet matching activity, and you match the uppercase and lowercase. I'll put down here the name of the website because I didn't write it down before I cut them all up. Oops. What it is these cute little flowers, and each flower has a uppercase letter in the middle of it. And then on these little bees are the lowercase. How I explained the activity to him was that he was going to help pollinate the flowers. So he has to match the bees to get the right pollen for their beehive. So, and I didn't match that right because this is an A and this is a C. But you get me, right? So next we have this cute number matching activity. Around this beehive is all these little circles. You can see these up here with numbers in them. And then the bees also have numbers on them, as you can see. And so what the child does is match the bees to the matching number. So one thing I like about this is that they are in different fonts. So it teaches him how to recognize them in different fonts. So for instance, it shows an H the way some people draw it. And then here, the H is two circles, how other people draw it. Lastly, we have this beginning sounds mat. And so as you can see at the top, it's got the letter B and then all these things that start with B. And on the back, I have the letter C. And so for this one, I'm going to tell you what we did and what we should have done. So what I did was I took all the pieces off of the mat and just went through and sorted them with him. And so I don't recommend that because in total there are 18, and that was just a lot to go through for a 3-year-old. So how I would have done it is I still take them all off. So what I'm going to do is present them to him with one right answer and wrong answer. So I'll take, for instance, here, the box and the cow, and emphasize box, cow, which one has the b sound, and let him do it that way. And so that is it. Now, we do a couple of outside things. We go to co-op once a week, as well as Learning Spaces, which is a program put on by the United Way. I'm not sure if it's only in Georgia, but either way, I will link it down below. Pretty much like a Mommy and Me pre-K program. We go to once a week. So that is it, Mama. I hope you loved hearing about our homeschool preschool approach and seeing our little daily basket. As you all know, I am just figuring this stuff out. It's what works right now, and who knows if it'll be the same next month. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button to let me know to make more videos like this. And leave a comment because you know I love to hear from you. See you next Thursday. Bye! So this video is going to...